Welcome back to our YouTube channel, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you very much for tuning in to our show. We don't take your support for granted. Allow me to request you to subscribe to our channel. If you're watching us for the first time or you're part of our regular viewers but you have not yet subscribed, please give us that support by subscribing to our channel. Click the notification bell to allow YouTube to notify you if you love our show. Help us share our videos if you can, and for this particular video, please give us likes. Again, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. The Kenya Kwanza government is a theater of seekers. In fact, when you think you've had just enough, then you are wrong. With every day, as the day passes, then they come up with more dramatic scenes that you can only but conclude that we have a government that is amorphous. They do not even know what they are doing. Questions are still being asked why we have members of parliament dishing out employment letters to citizens in funerals and in forums, because this is not the way to go. Especially in Kisii, there's this rampant behavior where members of parliament work with employment letters from TSC and the Kenya Forest Service. In fact, yesterday, there was a fight between the ODM and UDA legislatures, and the cause of this fight was this kind of behavior where Sylvanus Osoro, who is the majority chief whip, started dishing out employment letters to the members of the public. And people are wondering, how do they get these employment letters? Because it seems that this is the story of the animal farm. All animals are equal, but there are others who are more equal than others. And in fact, people are wondering, is it Ezekiel Machogu, who is the CS of Education, or Nancy Macharia, who is the director in the TSC? Where does Osoro get all this? Because this is not the first time. There was a time when Osoro announced to the nation that William Ruto loves the Kisii, the Mogusi community so much that he was given about 100 TSC employment letters. A month later, after that incident, when Kenyans were still wondering what is happening, Ezekiel Machogu himself started dishing out employment letters in one of the funerals. In an environment where some teachers are complaining that they qualify, but they are unable to be employed, and you get that others are being given, yani inaletwa kwako mali unaishi, and they are saying that this is all because the government of the day loves them. This is coming at a time when Rigathi Gachagua himself has always announced to the nation that this is a government of shareholders. Those who voted for William Ruto must have their fair share of the national cake. Those who did not vote can only but watch and wait. It is also coming at a time when a few months ago, the UDA Secretary General Cleopas Malala, while launching a recruitment drive and encouraging people to register as UDA members, told citizens in Kisumu that if you register as a UDA member, then you will be considered on priority during recruitment of policemen and the forestry, the Kenya Forestry Department, and NYS, or in the military. They will be looking at your affiliation, and when you prove that you are a UDA member, then you'll be given these jobs on priority. And this tells you that we have a government that does not understand its role. Because William Ruto has always stated that he wants to unite this country. But this is all verbal talks. Whatever he says is not in tandem with what he is practicing. They have proved beyond reasonable doubt that indeed this is a government of shareholders. Now, I'm looking at this kind of behavior, and I'm looking at a government that has really destroyed our education system. First of all, You remember that the exams, both the KCPE and KCSE result, were really messed up. Some people were being awarded marks that they did not get. They were awarded marks in subjects that they did not undertake. Sometimes all the pupils and students in a stream would get the same number of grades. And this tells you just how they take our education. People have been asking the quality of the team that William Ruto appointed to help him realize his dream. And many have argued that William Ruto wants those people whom he can manipulate. He does not want people who are sharp. He wants people who are mediocre, so that he believes in mediocrity, so that he can easily manipulate them. For example, people have been asking, can you compare Ezekiel Machogu, Honorable Ezekiel Machogu, to the late Magoha in terms of management? How Magoha managed that education system, or even Matiang'i, who is still alive today. Would you compare them? Everything is being messed up because we have a number of cabinet secretaries who either seem not to understand what they're doing, or William Ruto has just let them free to encourage corruption. When this is happening, then this is a campaign tool for 2027. Because when you dish out employment letters and you take them to a particular region, when there are other Kenyans who have qualified but they're still waiting for their letters, then you are campaigning with this while it is not supposed to be that. What William Ruto should be doing is to ensure that whatever he promised Kenyans during the campaigns is realized. That is the only way to campaign for 2027, because all the leaders who are now working today will not have to start promising Kenyans what they want to do. They will only but explain that we have done up to this limit, and we will be trying to put them in a beam balance so that we understand this is what you promised, this is what you have achieved vis-a-vis what you have not achieved, so that you can tell us, we can give you another chance to complete what you've started. So William Ruto should not be using this as a campaign tool. Number two, there is no fairness when some members of parliament, and especially those from the Kenya Kwanza team, are given letters of employment both from the education and Kenya Forestry Department, and they're working with them in bags. It means there is no fairness. You see, all these things must be done on meritocracy. But when you have a particular group working with these letters, then it tells you that as long as you are friendly to this government, then that is it. You will be given even if you're not qualified. Because if there is fairness, then we should be waiting for all those who are qualified to follow the right channel. There's a way that this letter should be reaching out to you, not your members of parliament and leaders working with them on funerals and on, like the event of yesterday, there was an Arambe that was going on. When you are in the same country, but just because some people are supporting the government of the day and they have an advantage over you, then there is dissolution. There are people who will start lacking faith in the very, very government that they serve. And when this happens, then it breeds more corruption there, because you will say, since I'm not supporting this government, they will not give you this job. So you will use unscrupulous means to get your way out. And this is how corruption is being, encouraged in a country. These people have proved that they can manipulate anything. They manipulated the results in KCPE and KCSC. It tells me that if there are exams that have been undertaken and they've realized that students from a particular region, a region that is being supported by Kenya Kwanza, have not performed well, they can easily manipulate so that those students are awarded marks that are not theirs. They can manipulate it because all they want is political gimmicks and to get political mileage out of serious sectors of this nation. They have messed up transport. People are dying everywhere. They have messed up education. They have messed up agriculture. They have messed up the Ministry of Health. So, and people are even asking William Ruto to crack the whip so that some of these members who he appointed to help him realize his dream are replaced because obviously things are not working. We are not on a very good trajectory. It also tells you that these people don't have any heart. They can even manipulate election results. These are the kind of people that we are dealing with. As long as you are supporting them, then you must not lose anything. You must not lose out on development. You must not lose out on employment. You must not lose out on election. You must not look out. These people are messing this country. And William Ruto is being asked, why is he quiet when the country has taken a very wrong trajectory? Because obviously he's quiet. Kenyans are asking for Mithika Linturi, Murkomen, Machogu, Nahumincha to be shown the door. But you see, as they say, a fish starts rotting from the head. It rots from the head. And that is why people are looking at this scenario and they're saying that indeed William Ruto has allowed this to happen. He has given them the green light to behave the way they want, because even Machogu one day told us that he has requested for money as capitation fee to go to schools in time, but the minister or the cabinet secretary for finance has said no. He's dilly-dallying. So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what you think about what is happening in the country. When you are a trained teacher, you qualify, you are waiting for your employment letter, then you see Osoro, the majority chief whip, dishing out, these letters in funerals, in meetings, and you're wondering what is happening. Do we have a country? Because we are breeding, I'm telling you, we are breeding corruption and nepotism in our country. We understand that this government is practicing nepotism, but to the extent that they are now dishing out all this in public, this is unacceptable. These people believe in the kind of way of doing things. Ilea, kujeni State House to pange. They would want you to go and beg for development projects in State House. You lead a delegation and you praise them. Then they give you development. If you're not reading from the same page as them, then you lack and you're not given this development. Raila has always said that since we are all taxpayers and this is how it should be, then we are entitled to a fair share of the national cake. All of us are shareholders because all of us pay taxes. Nancy Macharia, Ezekiel Machogu, Silvanus Osoro must be accountable and answerable. In fact, I think Nancy Macharia has been here for too long. She has overlived her mandate. She should now leave. And that is my take.